Xbox spinning on that 42 screen, and I hold my title higher than my date for the. Welcome back, everybody. This is the second half of the show. That means I might slip up a little curse word here and there, but it's all good. It's all good. We're after the 10 o'clock hour. My name is Belief I Need. We are back with the VG Lifestyle. I'm here with Sam. I'm here with Dan, both from Static Rift. And here is the moment that we've been talking about all night. We are actually on the Skype with a developer from the latest Skara.
The Blade Remains.
The Blade Remains. And really, let's get right into it. There we at.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the game itself?
Yeah, absolutely. Skara is basically a versus fighting game put into a multiplayer environment. So, bunch of us, been working in the video game industry for some time, decided that we were missing a game like this, right? So we said, let's get together, try and put just a little bit of work on it, and start working in a game that is something that we actually wanted to play, and that's about it. So by now we have a very cool group of people working in what hopefully will be the next generation of fighting games.
That's pretty dope. With the big group that you do have, how long has it taken you to get to the point where you are at now? Because again, I saw that you guys are working on the Unreal Engine. It looks fantastic, especially that fatality, bro. Come on. So
Thank you very much.
How long has it? How long have you guys been dedicating your time to this?
It's gonna be close to a year now.
Oh, nice.
I think we have like 10 developers and then 2-3 guys just helping out here and there, and we're very happy about our progress, to be honest. We're very thankful to actually Epic and the great engine there they've been working on, because it allowed us to basically do what you've seen with a small group of people.
Nice.
Very happy about the result.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should be, because again, it looks fantastic. It's something I definitely want to play. As fast as soon as I can. So you're on a Steam engine early July, is that correct?
Steam.
To be honest, we'll be. We are actually going to give access first to our backers on our Kickstarter campaign. We have a Kickstarter campaign running as we speak, and the first guys to play will of course be the backers on the campaign. We're going to give them access as soon as possible in the next 10 to 7 days in July. I guess we're going to do a little bit of early testing with them. They're going to help us to help to test the game and develop new features and see that everything works. And if everything goes well, I would say end of August, probably we'll launch, maybe beginning of September, our early access.
Fantastic.
And then everybody else will be able to access the game.
That's fantastic. So everybody's going to be able to access September, October, August.
Yes, I would say end of August, beginning of September.
Awesome.
When we should the game is working properly and it can handle a lot of people working at the same time. You know how these things work. So.
Nice. Now, through your testing the game, have you tested a full 16 players in the?
We have. We actually, of course, we've tried it we tested it in the studio. It works perfectly.
Nice.
And one of the most complicated things is actually to be sure that people working in different parts of the world can play at the same time with no lag and no problems. So we did actually. We do have a very strong group of fans and guys helping us from all around the world with access to the game, and we've been testing with people from all around to see if the game works so far. Nice. If you have the thing is the game is not finished yet, so it's not optimized. If you have a good computer and a good connection, it will actually work pretty well.
That's fantastic. Dan?
Yeah, getting down into the meat of the actual game, you guys talk about fighting games a lot in this, and I'm curious as to how you're implementing that control scheme-wise. Like, are we looking at like traditional 4 or 5 button combos, How is this going to be done?
Yes. So for the gaming PC, we actually give the gamer the option to choose whether they want to play with a controller or with actually the mouse and keyboard. And yeah, either way, you have a combination of attacks with, you say, three. I guess the simple one starts with three buttons, and more complicated one will have more buttons. Then we have to take this to, of course, to the remote, because Skara will be also released for new generation, the next generation of consoles. So yeah, you should be able to do everything with your controller.
Awesome.
That's
awesome.
dope. Now, my question is, I see that you're releasing this for PC, for the next gen consoles, and also the mobile devices. How will the transition be from, say, a console to the mobile device?
Well, in terms of the physical work that we have to do to actually take it into a mobile device is quite simple. We again, Unreal Engine allows you to, by the click of a button, to actually, not really, but to actually take the version from PC into almost any kind of console and into mobile devices. They're still working in this version, so it will be released a little bit later down the road.
Okay.
Initially, we think that the mobile or the tablet, we'll see, will potentially be used as a second screen, because the game is very powerful and it requires a very, very good connection in order to not to have any lagging when you're playing in a multiplayer environment.
Yeah.
So initially, probably we, as I said, we have the mobile device as a kind of like a training device in which you can do maybe solo missions like the history mode,
Okay.
and you can access the online store. You can personalize your character and earn more currency, something that you can then go home and then synchronize with your full version of the game,
Nice.
and be and get it up to speed. I would like to think that in the future, when or maybe if you have a Wi-Fi connection, you should be able to play online. But as I said, in this kind of games, more than in any shooter, the lagging is very important, because when you're shooting someone at 100 feet, it doesn't really matter whether, as long as you shoot at the right time.
Yeah.
It's not so important that the guy is exactly where you are looking at. But when you are hitting someone right in front of you, it's very important that this guy is in front of you when you think he's in front of you, right? So, yeah.
That's dope. So the mobile platform will be kind of like almost like a segue. So you can actually play this game all the time, keep updated and stay customized, and then when you get home, you could, see those changes that you've made while you're at work.
Yeah, something that hopefully we'll have by the time the mobile version is up and running will be a history mode, as I said.
Nice.
And you will have plenty of things to do
Nice.
when you are offline, and actually do, but yeah, keep earning points and
Nice.
currency, and keep fighting, even if it's in a solo mode, and then be able to synchronize your progress whenever you want with a full version of the game.
Yeah, that's fantastic, man. I like the sound of that.
Very much. So, aesthetically, the grounds in this game are very kind of barren and wastelandish. What made you choose that direction for your game? Was it a storyline choice, or just purely aesthetic?
Yes, you see, as an small indie studio, it's it was just not going to be possible for us to compete with AAA video games with multi-million budgets. So there was not really a lot of points on us trying to create a more realistic kind of looking game, because any other company could do that so much better and quicker and faster, and so we thought we should give it a twist and try to make it look a little bit cooler, and that's what we did. So my business partner Pablo, who's been working on the project for longer than I have. He's been in video games for many years, and he did fine arts back in the day. He's a very great artist, and he came up with this kind of look for the game, which everybody thought it was amazing. And well, the result is out there. You've probably seen it. It's looking quite cool.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I think it's a way to differentiate ourselves with a much lower budget than others.
Nice.
So where did the inspiration for this game come from?
It's a little bit of everything. Well, of course, as you can imagine, I mean, Pablo and I, we grew up together. Even when I remember how long ago, and we grew up together reading the Lord of the Rings and manga and Marvel comics. So it's a little bit of a mix of many different things. Also, a lot of actually real history, and there's influences also from some of the most important cultures who actually ruled the world at some point. You can see there's a little bit of Greek culture, Roman culture, Asian culture, some Mediterranean and Nordic cultures. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of everything, but it's our own thing. So everything has been created from scratch. The 5 existing races available have been developed from pretty much from scratch, and we are even working on the history of these individual cultures, and we are actually writing a book in which we explain where each one of the races comes from and why do these the Karn hate the Durno and they hate each other and what's the common origin of all the races. So we're having a lot of fun actually putting a lot of thought in the background of the story, which is something that a lot of people actually like.
Yeah.
Which is you're not just hitting people you don't even know why. There's actually a background behind everything.
Very nice.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the races and what the differences are between them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, at the moment there's 5 races. We have the Karn, which are like kind of like the biggest guys. One of the 2 races we currently have in the game, and these guys kind of come from the underworld, right? They've been there forever, and now they live in caves in the mountains. You also have the Durno, which are the knights, the ones that look like knights, and these guys are probably the most similar to what we would call Western humans. We have then the Tambasa, which are guys who now live in the mountains. They were farmers, and now they carry a big axe, and that's the main weapon. And then we have the Sinse, which are the kind of more nimble and agile race, which at the moment we have a female character. And then we have the Celea, which are the kind of like the Roman-looking guys with the golden armor and spears, and those guys are actually originally not from the same island as the rest of the guys. And there's a very good reason why some of these guys fight against others, and some of those guys are actually usually friends with other of the races. But it'll be fascinating to actually see what the gamers and the players make out of the story, because initially we're going to give the players the tools to actually keep working on the history and develop this history as people play. So we're going to see how some of the races invade other races, and how in the global map of Skara, which hopefully everybody will be able to see on real time, how they are establishing in the territory and how they are actually growing and conquering the rest of the world. So that'll be pretty fascinating. We don't
Absolutely.
really know what's going to happen in the future. We just we set the background and hopefully get the people to work on it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Caesar, who is your favorite? What is your favorite race? Like, if you're playing the game right now, who would you pick? Who would you pick to try to beat me? Because I'm gonna kill you. Like,
You're
who'd you
gonna you're
try?
gonna have to practice a lot, I think.
I got you. I got you. But who would you pick? Off top.
Um, if I could choose any of the races, I would probably choose the Celea. I think they look pretty dope. I think they they are one of the most distinctives. Yeah, to be honest, I'm very excited to actually play with them because we haven't really played with them yet. At the moment, we currently have only the Corn and the Durno in the scenario. And the Cince and the Celea are going to be the next two ones. So we'll have those two in the next month or so, I think.
Let's do it.
The last one will be Cince. But yeah, I think the Celea with that good look is going to be pretty exciting, and it's gonna. I think it's going to be one. When you see them, it kind of reminds you like these Greek or Roman armies, which I think it makes you think about an army more than as an individual, right? The other races you can clearly picture them more as individuals, but what we're trying to do in Skara is to actually implement a lot of action, team actions, which will give players who actually engage in actions together with their team a fair advantage over individuals just running around like headless chickens. So I think it's going to be one of the most successful races because you kind of see you can see easily how they can be organized into group attacks and defend themselves, all of them with the shields at the same time, and then get out of the shields and throw stuff away. So I'm very excited about testing Celia at some point.
Nice, nice. Now, I'm honestly gonna tell you, bro. Shinsi is the person I'm looking forward to. I'm extremely looking. What did it say? Remember to respect the sharpness of the blade, fear the slowness of your mind, and hate the quickness of your tongue. Come on, man. Like, how could you not fight with somebody who thinks like that? They're gonna win.
I don't know, man. I do not know.
That's what I'm looking forward to. What you got there?
I'm all
Yeah.
about them Vikings and the Tom Vasa. I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Seeing it. They're coming up from the water. They're gonna take your houses. They're gonna burn your lands.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, yeah. This is
Absolutely, they're gonna take your women. They're gonna yeah.
Pillage before you burn, my friends.
Oh man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm very excited to see everything coming together. So it's been a long journey, but very happy about the support we got so far and where are we now. So yeah, looking forward to get as many people playing as possible. Yeah, counting the days.
Excellent.
So where do you guys plan to take the game from here? Like once the game comes out, like months down the line.
We have a lot of plans for the game. Um, you um, as a free to play, the game is not. The gaming industry is changing a lot. Free to play games are not games anymore, if you want. They're kind of services that you provide to the people. So the day you release your game actually is when pretty much you start working, right? So because before you release the game, no one really knows what you're doing, what you're not. But the day you release the game, you have to actually keep feeding the people and getting your game better and better and quicker. So our plans are endless. And to start with, we said that we'd like to hopefully double the size of the team by the end of the year and try and start building assets more and more often. So people can actually enjoy playing continually and get access to more and more features. Like for example, we have one character in each one of the races right now, but we will at some point have at least two characters per race, so people can actually choose. Most of them will have a male and a female version, and then many more things. We have a lot of plans actually. We One of the coolest ones, which I think will be fun, is to actually the scenario building. capabilities that we want to add to the game. So when someone becomes a recognized, say, king of their own race, we're going to give them tools to get them to design one of the arenas. We're looking forward to see what's coming out of there. And they can actually invite people or challenge other teams to actually play in their arena. So it's plenty of things we're looking at the moment.
Very nice.
Now, you were recently featured on RedBull.com, Red Bull Games. How do you guys feel about that? I know.
Very, very good. To be honest, that was one of our favorite articles because you see, we're working on kind of something relatively new. It's like probably not every single thing we're doing is new per se, but the fact that we're putting a lot of different features together into a single video game is actually quite new. So we kind of got a little bit tired trying to stick a badge or a name on the kind of game we were working on because we couldn't really point out exactly a style that fits us very well. Mm-hmm. So we started talking about our own style, our own genre, if you want. We kind of name it MOV, M-O-V, standing for Multiplayer Online Versus Game. And as I said at the beginning, the concept is basically a versus fighting game put into a multiplayer environment. And so there's other games who've more or less tried to do something like this, but not exactly the way we're doing it. Like we're taking Mortal Kombat with the combo attacks, with the fatalities, and putting that into a multiplayer environment. And we haven't really seen much in that space going on. So that article really hit the nail on the head and actually did actually define our game the way we wanted people to look at it and to see us. So it's a very good article. I actually recommend it pretty much to understand what Skara is.
That's fantastic. Well, Cesar, it was fantastic talking to you. Can I get a last blast promotion from you? Tell us why we should be interested. Show your smile. Tell all the ladies what's good. This is it. This is the last. Let me say something for me.
Absolutely. Just everybody who's listening, please take a look at our website. Take a look at our videos. We're working on a very, very cool product that will hopefully hit the shelves in the next month or 2 months. We're currently running a Kickstarter campaign that is over at the end of this week because we need the funding. We need your help to actually take us to the finish line. So if you want to play Skara, just give us a hand and we'll be happy to see you in the battlefield.
Wonderful,
Excellent.
wonderful.
Well said.
Caesar, it was fantastic talking to you, man. You had some great information for us, and you're in Europe. European people are cool. So it was fantastic talking to you, man.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Take care.
I'll have you
Thank
soon,
you.
man. All right, guys. That was Caesar from the video game Skara.